Actors! I'm super excited to be here with you guys again to do a new drama lesson. I hope that you took the time last week, I know many of you did, to complete some of your drama assignments. So I have a huge list here with me today of students I need to give out a shout out to as my star drama students because they have completed all of their drama assignments. So my list begins with Miss Ashton's class. I want to give a shout out to Genesis, Kimberly, Madison, Elwin, and Hiab. And I want to give out to Miss Pardue a shout out to my star drama students, Jonathan, Camilla, Michael, and Jaden. Congrats. And then for my star drama kindergarten students, I have Kaylee, Aaliyah, Eden, Darnell, Corey, Nehemiah, and Kaden. Woo! I am so proud of you guys. Congrats. To my others that you didn't hear your name, make sure you go back and complete the assignments that you need to, because you can always go back and complete the assignments, even if it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that it was due. Just go ahead and get turned in. So today we are talking about sound. Now remember, our 3 acting tools are, what are our 3 acting tools again? Does anyone remember? If you remember, shout it out right now. Oh, someone remembered. You're right. It's mind. Everyone say mind, body, and voice. And today we're going to be using our voices to create different sounds. So, what do we have to do first? I forget every time. Oh, that's right. We need to warm up. So go ahead, stand up, and let's get warmed up. Repeat after Miss Spring. Are you ready? Let's go. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. One more time. Quiet style. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Oh, yeah. One more time. Loud style. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. One more time. Baby style. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. One more time. Country style. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, a chicka rocka, chicka boom. Yeehaw! All right, that's it. Bye-bye. Statue still. Good job. Thumbs up if you like that. If you like that song. All right. Well, now we're going to go back to something that we do know. We have to warm up our bodies now. Right hand out and say, she'll fly. She'll fly. She'll fly. And now out, 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 And now your foot in a circle. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. It bit us. Ouch, 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 ouch. Other foot. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. Come on, little tiger. It bit us. Ouch, 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 ouch. Statue still. And shake your whole body. Statue still. Shake your whole body. Statue still. Is anyone moving? Shake your whole body. Keep shaking, 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 statue still. Good job, guys. All right, now that we're all warmed up, let's get started with today's lesson. Today we are talking about vocal and non-vocal sounds. So let's talk about that. First, vocal sounds. Vocal sounds are sounds actors make with their voice. So, for instance, a sound we can make with our voices, we can make a bird sound, caw, caw. We can make a lion sound. Everyone make a lion sound with me, roar. We can make, can you make the sound of wind? What does the sound of wind sound like? Try it. Maybe you did something like I bet you can make a bell sound. Everyone make a bell sound. Ding a ding a ding a ding. Ring a ring a ring. Ding a ling a ling. And now make the sound of a car. A car honk. Now make the sound of, oh, you're driving a car really fast. What kind of sound do you make? That's right. Now make the sound of a cat. Make this rough like a dog. Awesome, guys. Those are all vocal sounds. So now that we know what vocal sounds are, what are non-vocal sounds? Well, non-vocal sounds are sounds that you make using your body. So, for instance, a clap is a non-vocal sound because I didn't use my voice. I used my body. All right, what else is a non-vocal sound that you can do? Nice. Maybe a snap. Maybe a So sometimes non-vocal sounds can create other sounds. So for instance, let's create the sound of rain. So everyone find a surface and tap on it gently. Do you hear that? It sounds like rain. And see, all Miss Spring is doing is tapping on the table. So, what if we were to make wind? Let's make a wind sound. See, we used a vocal and a non-vocal. What else could... Thunder. All right. So today, Miss Spring is going to read us a story. And as you listen to this story the first time, I want you to be on the lookout for different types of sounds in the story. Maybe it's an animal sound. Maybe it's a bell. All right, so make sure you're paying attention because Miss Spring's going to ask to hear the different sounds. All right? So today, our story is called The Zookeeper Solves a Problem. Once upon a time, the zookeeper arrived at work, changed his clothes, and began to fill his buckets with water from the faucet. Something told him things were not right at the zoo. Usually, the morning was a quiet time because he would arrive before the animals woke up. But this morning, he heard all the birds in the birdhouse cawing and screeching. He heard the lion roaring, the great ape hissing, and the wolf howling. How would the zoo ever be ready for the visitors with all of this noise? He rang the big bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling, in the center of the zoo, hoping this would stop and make the animals listen. It worked for a while. All was quiet. But as the zookeeper went back to filling his buckets, the noise began again. Next, the zookeeper took a firecracker, boom, and set it off with a big bang in the center of the zoo. This scared the animals so much that they became instantly quiet. The zookeeper clapped his hands and laughed. The quiet did not last long, however, for as he walked back to his bucket, the noise began again. The zookeeper walked to the center of the zoo and pulled out a flute and began to play a sweet song. After a while, he began to dance with his music. The animals were fascinated by the melody. They became very quiet, listening and watching as the zookeeper played and danced on. Soon, the animals were dancing and gliding around just like the zookeeper. The zookeeper changed the music to a lullaby. Do, 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 do. Then the animals danced slower and slower and slower, and soon went to sleep. There they slept until it was time to open the zoo for the day. No one ever knew what caused the fuss. Even the animals forgot. The end. So, what kind of sounds did you hear in this story? Go ahead, shout it out for Miss Spring. Any others you remember? Awesome. So let's make a list of all of the sounds that we heard. We heard the buckets being filled. We heard birds. We heard the lion. We heard an ape. We heard the wolf, the big bell, the firecracker. Oh, he clapped his hands and laughed. And then we had the flute. We had a really fun dancing song. And then we had a slow lullaby. So let's go over and make all these sounds together. So when I call out a sound, you make the sound, okay? So let's all make the sound we will do for filling his buckets. Drip, 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 drip. Or you could go, or whichever one you like. Now everyone, birds call like a bird. Caw, caw. Okay. Now let me hear your lion sound. Awesome. Let me hear your monkey sound. Awesome. Oh, howl like a wolf. Oh, good. Oh, and now ring the big bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And now, oh, we got to fill the buckets again. Drip, drip. Oh, firecracker. So this one could be a big, or it could go, or you could go bang, whichever one you like. Try it out. Which one are you going to do? Awesome. Next, oh, we clap our hands and laugh. And now let's play our fast dance song. Now do the lullaby song. Do, 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 do. All right, friends. Miss Spring is going to read this one more time. And when you see on the screen, all right, friends, Miss Spring is going to read this one more time. As she reads, when you hear the sound, I want you to make that sound and follow along, okay? Now, if you get confused, it's okay. Miss Spring's going to put at the bottom of the screen what sound we are making. Are you ready? Let's go. The zookeeper arrived at work, changed his clothes, and began to fill his buckets with water from the faucet. Something told him things were not right at the zoo. Usually, the morning was a quiet time because he would arrive before the animals woke up. But this morning, he heard all the birds in the birdhouse cawing. He heard the lion roaring. He heard the monkeys hissing and the wolf howling. How would the zoo ever be ready for the visitors with all of this noise? He rang the big bell in the center of the zoo, hoping this would stop and make the animals listen. It worked for a while. All was quiet. But as the zookeeper went back to filling his buckets, the noise began again. Next, the zookeeper took a firecracker and set it off with a big bang in the center of the zoo. This scared the animals so much that they became instantly quiet. The zookeeper clapped his hands and laughed. The quiet did not last long, however, for as he walked back to his buckets, the noise began again. The zookeeper walked to the center of the zoo, took out a flute, and began playing a sweet song. Let me hear your sweet song. After a while, he began to dance with his music. The animals were fascinated by the song. They became very quiet and listening and watching as the zookeeper played and danced on and on. Soon, the animals were dancing and gliding around just like the zookeeper. The zookeeper changed the song to a lullaby. Let me hear that lullaby. The animals danced slower and slower and soon went to sleep. They slept until it was time to open the zoo for the day. No one ever knew what caused all the fuss, not even the animals. The end. Great job, guys. I bet a lot of you are following along and doing the sounds. That's awesome. So, after you finish this video, make sure you go back to your assignment and fill out the exit slip. This week, there is no video submission. So once you finish your exit slip, go ahead and press turn in. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.